Hey, how y'all doing? It's Hunt 919, the Truth of Sports, coming to you with another segment. I'm going to get right into it. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day. As you all know, college football 25 wasn't released yesterday. It's going to be released in the next couple of months, but they did release some footage yesterday to give everybody an insight on what the game will look like and what it will play like. It's actually controlled footage, which is why I don't really like to judge it off of that, because controlled footage is edited footage of things they wanted you to see. It's not like they let us see a full quarter or a full half of a game to see how it was really played, to see the dynamics of the game, to see the new passing system, and like a live situation, meaning like two players playing each other, and then they just record it and just let the game go along as it would normally go along. That wasn't showed, but that's how they present their product. Sometimes that's how EA Sports does it. Been watching EA for a long time, so I've never gotten excited off of controlled releases. I call that a controlled release or controlled footage. So it's still some things that wasn't addressed in my eyes, so I want to bring it up. And I watched a lot of videos yesterday, which is why I wanted to wait until today till I reported on it or did my little segment on it. And if I missed it, then I missed it, but I don't think I did. So I'm going to get right into it. I have a question as far as has the weather been fixed? It's been a big issue in Madden for years, decades almost, that the weather never looks realistic. The rain never looks realistic, especially the snow never looks realistic. And they give another example. For instance, when there's a game going on, you may see a player, you can see him breathing the cold air, of course, but then you look to the sidelines and the assistant coaches have short sleeve shirts on, like they're in Hawaii or Miami somewhere, just enjoying the nice hot weather. So it never matches. The players never matches the weather situation. Um, would there be real time weather? I think it was back in '07 where they actually had your real time weather of where you live. They could kind of play the game off of that. So if it was actually cold, like a cold time of year in your area, your game would be a cold game. And I just thought that was great when they had that. Maybe it was too hard to keep up with or whatever, but they went away from that and they started creating their own weather systems. And if you notice, most of the time when you play online, the games are all perfect weather. It's like, nice and sunny weather, just perfect conditions. And we all know that's not sports, it's not football, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. And when I say realistic rain, if you look at us, you can type in yourself. If you look at up a game like Red Dead Redemption, they do a great job with weather. The weather's like immersive weather. You actually feel like you're in it. The rain, the snow, even the mud that they create in that game looks excellent. And I'll be surprised, or I'm kind of surprised that EA doesn't work with people like this. If somebody's doing their products a little bit better than you, why not hire them as a consultant and kind of work with them for your product, get your product up to par. Maybe they can teach your team how to do it. Then once you're taught, you can have it forever. I just think some of the video game systems across the board need to work together on what they do best, and they can add to other games. But if you look at Red Dead Redemption, which is a great game, visually especially, they can take their weather system and how they create their weather situations or weather circumstances from that game and add it to Madden. They spoke on the speed of the game as faster, which is kind of weird to me because normally the pro game is going to be faster than the college game. I'm not necessarily a fan of the faster game because I remember back when Madden was fast, everybody complained about it because the running backs would get 5 yards every time they touched the ball because everything was so fast. Madden finally slowed the game up to where it is now, to where you actually have an opportunity to stop a player in 4 downs. He can't just run if you know what you're doing. And I actually like the speed of the game now as far as Madden's concerned. If they would have kept that same speed in college football, I would have been happy with that. I think at first everybody's going to be happy with the speed of it, but as time goes on and they get acclimated to the game and get used to it, they'll start complaining about it. And eventually they have to bring it back and slow it down again, because if your running back is getting 5 yards a game every carry, then you just can't stop them. So that's one thing I wanted to think about. Let me see, sidelines. Where the sidelines look crowded, where they look realistic, like a real college game, especially those Miami games where if you look on the sidelines, the games are packed. I mean, the sidelines are packed. If you look at the Penn State games, look at some of the big games. Would those games be packed like that? Would it look like a real sideline to a real game? Because in 2024, that's what people are really looking for, is realism, as close as you can get it. Yes, we know it's a video game, but we also know that it's 2024 and things, especially if you got the PS5s and the new systems, that's some of the things they sold on us was everything's going to, look extra realistic. So that's one of the things I'm wondering about. They didn't really talk a lot about the sidelines, and the clips I did see, I couldn't see but so much of the sidelines, and I didn't see consistently a crowded sidelines. You got players, you got the guys who playing in the game, you got coaches, you got ex-players sometimes, and then coach, you have the media. It's crazy. All of the media normally stretches from the sidelines to the end zone, especially in a big game. So that's one of the things I wanted to, and then also that I add to the visual of the game. Will there be a huddle this year? As we know, Madden and EA Sports went away from the huddle, and some old schoolers like me, I grew up and I like the huddle. The little clap coming out of the huddle, et cetera, et cetera. Some of those things do make a difference when you're a long-time player and you look for realism in the game. So I did understand why they tried to go away from it just to test it, because they thought, nobody cares about the huddle. Let's just, get rid of it and go right into the game, into the next play. So especially with the emergence or with the addition of players getting tired, and that's been a point of the game, you would think those who do a hurry-up offense, with those offensive linemen get tired, with the running backs get tired, so maybe you just need to go back to the huddle. What else? With the refs, I did see referees in the game, but my question is, would they interact with the game? Would they be interactive within the game? Would they actually put the ball down? Would they actually throw flags? Because a lot of the old Maddens, they actually threw flags and everything. And I know it's a video game. Of course I know it's a video game, but these are just questions that I asked. There's been questions, all in and out, all throughout the Madden era that I've played it. So if I see the referees in the game, but would they actually interact within the game? Well, they're there besides just standing at midfield or whatever way they're going to have them standing. So it's been a quick segment. I try to be versatile on this channel. So those are some of the questions that I still have for College Football 25. It's been Hunt 919, Truth to Sports. Ride with me. Unusual state. It's been Hunt 919, Truth to Sports. Ride with me.